Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Today is Thoughtful Thursday, and we are discussing the acceptable sin of lust all week long. Hopefully, you've been encouraged. Hopefully, you've been arming up so that when the battle begins, you're ready to fight. And today, we're going to talk about exposure because lust thrives on secrecy. That's what it does. But when you expose it, there's so like most things thrive in exposure. You know, a fire, when you snuff it out, when you remove the oxygen of fire, it snuffs out, it can't survive. But with lust, it thrives when it's covered up. But when you expose it, it can't. It can't, because you have accountability, and you don't have that shame or that guilt, because it's not like you have this thought, well, what if they knew? Well, they already do know. And so it doesn't have that. So you take away that lie that the enemy is trying to tell you. So the thought-provoking question for Thoughtful Thursday is, are you living in secret? Do you have lustful thoughts in secret? Are you indulging in lustful behavior in secret? And the encouragement today is to expose it. Listen to Ephesians chapter 5. If you have your Bibles, I want to encourage you to get to Ephesians chapter 5, starting in verse 10. Carefully determine what pleases the Lord. Take no part in the worthless deeds of evil and darkness. Instead, expose them. It is shameful even to talk about the things that ungodly people do in secret. But their evil intentions will be exposed when the light shines on them. For the light makes everything visible. And this is why it said, "Awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light." And so that's the encouragement today. You know, it's easy to sleep in. It's easy to hit the snooze button. And when it comes to the battle for purity, it's easy to hit the snooze button. And that's why the encouragement today is just wake up. Wake up and be ready to fight. Expose the lustful thoughts and allow the light to come in and begin the healing process. You know, you may be thinking you're so far down the impure road, but understand you're never too far from His grace. You're never too far from His love. So I want to encourage you, allow the darkness to be exposed by the light. And I love it when it says, "Awake, O sleeper, rise up from the dead, and Christ will give you light." He will give you light. And so I want to encourage you, reveal that to the Lord today, because you're just deceiving yourself if you're thinking He doesn't know. He already does know. So wake up. Be ready to fight. Don't hit the snooze button when it comes to your battle for purity. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.